the sooner we get one way of understanding what a GRP is, what reach and frequency look like across platform, the better it will be for all concerned. So I think that will drive adoption.
I think also coming out of the end of this initiative, I think you'll see a larger than normal push by your agencies and by the marketers for something like this in short order. I think there's a critical mass now, and maybe not, but I think what we're hoping is there's a critical mass now of marketers and agencies that want it, plus vendors and publishers that can provide it. And I think hopefully we're at that tipping point at this moment.
One more question, and then we close out.
Is it working? Oh. It strikes me, just having kind of jumping back in the digital space here, that the Nielsen system, for a lot of reasons, has some flaws, and I don't have the answer to that, but it just seems counterintuitive with the explosion of these connected devices that were on the basis of, and based on what George says, the census, going from a census to projecting an audience, it seems like we're rushing to judgment. I agree, like, alignment's in everyone's best interest, but are we rushing to judgment here, or there's a lot of criticism of Nielsen ratings, and I just was interested in your thoughts on that.
So I think where 3MS ends and the vendors begin is we'll do the math. We'll do the equation so that everybody's on that on the same page there. We'll put out guidelines on how this can be used, and we'll put out, in working with the MRC, what we think are fairly lofty guidelines on if you have a product that says that it's a GRP, you have to meet these guidelines. And so we're not going to be able to, I guess, endorse any products or say that these products don't fall for. We're going to set the standard, and if they meet the standard, I think the marketplace should feel confident in using that. And again, it'll continue to evolve. I'm not going to comment specifically on Nielsen, but again, we're going to have a very high standard, and it's still TBD on whether or not the vendors have met that high standard that we're going to put forth.
And they will have to be audited by the MRC and be accredited according to that standard. But I think there's something embedded in your question and in this discussion that's really important. This is really not about any specific vendor. It is more about how the market will move forward with standardized metrics. And some of them may be metrics that we think are kind of old. Some of them may have been born during a time when measurement was fundamentally flawed, and by no means is TV measurement perfect even today. So I think as we all coalesce and we adopt new standards and we move forward, things will change across all media, because they have to, because all media are changing.